Hi, my name's Ella from Ella's Crochet Creations over in the UK. I'm just jumping on here to introduce myself and just to sort of say what it is that I'm hoping to deliver. So I like to crochet. It's not sort of a full-time thing because I work full-time. I work sort of 10 hours a day at the minute, 4 days a week. I'm a mum to a 3.5, nearly 4-year-old. I've got a husband, so pretty hectic, but crochet is something that really helps me unwind after work or on an evening when my daughter's gone to bed. And I absolutely love creating things that people end up loving. I've wanted to take the plunge and create my own crochet page for some time, where I create content. I'm obsessed with watching YouTube, especially at the minute, every single video that Passionate Kelsey brings out, and she's sort of inspired me to think, what am I waiting for? What is it that I'm waiting to happen that's going to be like a sign? So here I am blabbering on, introducing myself. I tend to create amigurumi mostly, something that's just because it's on the table, not sort of popped there, but you know, like I created this sort of myself just by using different sort of things from different patterns that I've used in the past, and sort of made my own version of like a Ditsy Daisy. But a lot of the time I recreate things that other creators have made, such as Crochet Grove. I absolutely love a lot of the patterns that she's created and has got out there, like on Etsy to purchase. So I've done a lot of that, and also used quite a lot of the free tutorials on YouTube that helped me get started, things like that. So on this page, what I hope to do is sort of do some vlogs, and hope to sort of have those videos out maybe on a weekend, seeing as I work through the week. It's going to be sort of a bit of trial and error, getting used to it. I'm not very good at technology, but I'm also a quick learner, so hopefully you'll join me along for the journey and you'll enjoy the content that I'm going to bring and create. I have a few sort of in-person markets later this year, one around, well, the beginning of October, and then hoping to get one in time for Christmas. And then I do a lot of customer orders, and I do like to do things to raise money for charity every so often as well. So a little bit of everything, and I hope to see some people and connect with people through messages and stuff on these videos. So I've got a lot of high hopes and aspirations, but we're here to start, aren't we? So good morning, it's Tuesday, I think it's the 12th. I'm just making my morning coffee before we do a little bit of crochet before getting my daughter ready for nursery and myself ready for work. So today, don't mind if you see a shadow of somebody jumping in the background. My daughter's here, can't be left alone. So I've finished work, I'm at home in my comfy crochet themed clothes, and this evening what I aim to do is finish off a snuggler that I've been working on. I've done a few clips where you might see me, if I figure out how to put clips in, they'll be after the fact. But little clips of me crocheting bits to make this dinosaur snuggler. Alright then. And then I also have a partially finished mesh market bag that I'm hoping to finish as well. So they're the projects that I'm working on at the moment, which I will insert some clips here. So I've made the body of a mesh market bag, done one side and the body, and you've just got to flip it and do the other side, sort of bring it all together. Then crochet all around, crochet the handles, and just keep going until you've got like 5 or 6 rounds. Usually the pattern calls for a 5mm, but I just sized down to a 4.5 just because I'm using acrylic yarn, which is a bit more stretchy. I've found when I've used a size 5, it's just slightly too stretchy. Just about to finish off the strap. So I finished this little mesh market bag. Just did a small handle for this one, but as I say, it is stretchy. It will, I think, go on your arm, but also just go on your sleeve. Just need to put the little badge . So I'm just replacing the little tag because I didn't quite like how it was sitting, so just putting it back in with my super cute little handy dandy, not very user friendly screwdriver. And I'm listening to Passionate Kelsey. As I've said, absolutely love her content. Anyway, that's better. It's way flusher. There you go. And super cute. Small bag. There we go. It's going to just sit on there for now. Lovely. As I said earlier, super tired, so I'm gonna get ready for bed. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Morning, hi, how are we? Today is Wednesday the 20... No, it isn't. today is Wednesday the 13th of August. That might be worthwhile mentioning. It's about just before 8 a.m. I'm not working today, so I'm gonna be spending some time crocheting. I've got some jobs to do, or rather I've got to nip into our local town and pick up a card for my sister-in-law and something else for my nephew-in-law. My sister-in-law's son has ordered something, and they come over to England from France on Friday evening, and we've got a wedding on Saturday, so I said that I'd pick it up because I'm off work today. And yeah, so this morning I'm setting up the things that I want to crochet, and today what I want to crochet is that dinosaur snuggler that I've been saying I'm going to finish and I haven't. So you can tell, I don't know if it's in frame, yes it is. I've almost finished this. I didn't see when I sort of finished off last night, it was late, well late for me, that I need to sort of weave in this end, and it's more like a small sort of, I guess, over the crutch of your arm, or over, you know, like if you're, you know, you are okay having it quite tight, it would go over the arm, but I imagine if you've got heavy things, it might not. But I just thought it was a cute small version of a mesh market bag. So yes, I'd do sort of the drop a little bit bigger to get something like this, I think, in future. And obviously I'm just playing around with different yarns. So this is a cotton mesh market bag, and it's using the yarn from Lily Sugar and Cream. I saw Passionate Kelsey using it, and I was absolutely obsessed and thought I really need to try that. I've had a look for UK stockists, didn't think I could find anything, went onto a website and saw Sugar and Cream, and I thought, I wonder if that's going to be similar to Lily Sugar and Cream, and it's exactly the same. It is Lily Sugar and Cream. And this, it was just, I love orange and burnt orange, and yeah, you can see. So this, I was just like, I'm gonna make one for me and see if 100 grams, which is just under 2 balls, is like 56 grams per ball. I thought if I bought 2, that should be enough, because when I've used this yarn, this is sort of the brand, I think it's called Pato. Just have a look. So usually what I do is I put the wound up, yeah, Pato Everyday Prints. There you go. Pato Everyday Prints is the yarn that I use, the acrylic yarn that I mentioned that I use to make these style of bags. That's the acrylic, and I've only got like a small amount of yarn in this IKEA Calyx shelving unit. I've got much more elsewhere upstairs in the house and out in our garage, much to the bane of my husband's life, I'm sure. But yes, that is the mesh market bag that I absolutely love. I've got many more Lily Sugar and Cream colour variations that I'm going to have a go at, but I get a bit of tunnel vision and I tend to focus more on one thing, and this, because it's quite a project, whips up quite quick, I'm getting a bit of tunnel vision on the mesh market bags, and I need to not, because I love making amigurumi. Tunnel vision, and I made a big bag. I'm just looking, so I've got a box up top of things that are sort of partially finished or finished. So yeah, I'm waffling yet again, but today I am going to finish this because look at it, it's so cute. It's almost done. So he will have arms, he'll have a muzzle, and then he'll have spikes down the back, or she, them, they. And we'll make it baby safe by just embroidering some sleepy eyes. And yeah, that's what I'm going to finish today. I have made the arms. As I say, it'll just be making those final bits and embroidering. And I hate embroidering. It's my least favourite thing to do. But there you are. So I'm going to finish the snuggler. I do have some other snugglers. Let me just have a look in this box. Oh, super heavy. But we've got a bunny snuggler, super cute. I put like a pink speckled rim on this one. I've just got to embroider like a lighter pink T-shaped nose with like a line down. I think that'd be cute. I struggle to see the final product until it's actually finally made. So bear with for that one. So there's that one. And then this one, again, we just need to do sort of a T-shaped nose, but maybe a bit more of a cross bit, and then a sort of thinner down bar, so it looks more like an actual nose rather than a, yeah, I know what I'm thinking. But there's that one. And then finally this one, clearly just totally got distracted, but this is going to be a cow. So a white cow with, where are the arms? Oh, there they are. So we have the arms. They're just going to be little cute arms. I've got to do, again, a brown muzzle. I've got to do the horns, just some small horns, and then obviously embroider the eyes. So yeah, I've got a few things that I could be finishing off today, and then they're totally finished, out of the way, but we'll see what I get like, so I then get to a place where I'm like, oh, I fancy making something specific. But I could do with finishing these off, and then they can go into my stock bags, which are kept in the garage. That would be an idea, to free up some space to make some more things. I've gone off on a tangent, and the tangent is I've got a few things that I still consider work in progresses or whips. My husband didn't understand what whip meant when I used the term last night, but he's not in the crochet world, so that's probably why. These scrunchies do need to go into the garage, into my stock. The bag does, because that's finished. This one will, once I've woven in the end and took some photos for my Facebook page, which is ellas.crochet.creations, if you want to have a look and see all the different things that I've made. And then the rest I will finish off today around my nipping to town, tidying up the house, winding up some half-used yarn, and then see where the day takes us. But yes, join me along for the ride. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I crochet quite a lot of things, but little snuggler, you know, like, so when children want, or when you want a blanket, but then when a child gets a bit older and they feel a bit self-conscious about walking around with a blanket, it's actually a teddy. Thank you. every so often I like to do random acts of kindness, and a lovely staff member that works at this Waterstones has commented on the snugglers that I've made and has asked to follow me. So the scrunchie, I am going to make 2 more, one for my daughter and one for a friend she's asked. But this one I wanted to finish before I left, and I'm going to go and give it to the lady and let you know. So she loved it. Her and all her colleagues were going, oh, as I left. So yeah, it went down well. I absolutely love doing nice things. Makes me feel good, makes other people feel good. So yeah, right, I've done everything I need to do in town, so we're going home and finishing off the dinosaur snuggler because I've made the muzzle and everything else. So yes, back to put some washing out and other tasks that I've got to do. Check in later. Done. Finally. Great. No more yarn to bind just yet. Hi, just jumping on just to say I have finally, after a couple of days of saying I'm going to finish this snuggler, I finished her, or him, or them. It's in a lovely orange, pink and tan or brown mix. Doesn't sound nice when you're saying that, but baby safe snuggler, super cute. I absolutely love every single time that I make one of these. But yes, they are finished. Super cute. And then, where are they? There they are. We've also finished, you saw, or you should see, earlier when I was in the coffee shop, when I was in town doing some jobs, I finished this cute little guy. You can't really see his nose until you're close. In person you can. It looks super cute. Even if I do say so myself. This is a teddy bear snuggler. And then this one, yet again, the yarn or the thread looks quite similar on the camera, but here is the little bunny. The little bunny. Cute little bunny snuggler. Let me just lay her down flat. So cute. Great, so we're finally working through those whips. So we've got three snugglers complete. We need to make the horns for the cow snuggler that I'm sort of making, but I think I know I made one and did a random act of kindness and gave a scrunchie away, but this is so squishy and so nice. So I'm going to make my daughter a scrunchie, and then I'll make another and see if her friend's parents will let her have a scrunchie. My daughter's not even 4 yet. She'll be 4 in winter. So yeah, she often says, "Mummy, will you make my friend one?" You know, as soon as I make something for her. And I don't mind doing things like that when it comes to things like scrunchies. But yes, I will make a couple of scrunchies, I think, and then have a look through the patterns that I've got, maybe some photos on my Facebook, and see if I've got any inspiration for something that I want to create, and get back to you. Bye. So I'm just nipping on and just going to show you that some yarn has come. So I thought I'd open it on camera, seeing as it's related to things that I would make and show you on this channel. And this one, again, inspired by Passionate Kelsey, is some of the yarn that's like mixed. It's like, what does it call it? So this is Carousel DK by the Woolcraft. Okay, and then purple is sort of an accent row every so many. So if I did like 3 rows of crochet in this colour and maybe 2 in this, or maybe like 4 in this, I don't know. I'm gonna have a look at other creators and how they've sort of change their rows rather than doing 2 solid rows of one colour and then 2 of another colour and just keep doing that. I really cannot express how much I hate weaving in ends. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. So I thought if I use this, I get the lovely mix of colours. Yes, I will pop this in, but not so much that I'm having to stop and start, and I'm actually going to try and learn to carry the yarn. So watch this space. I might actually, I finished with the bag, the bear, the bunny, the dino snugglers, and I've also finished, this bobble. You will have also seen that I made another bobble, but I did a random act of kindness and I gave it to a lovely lady that worked in the shop that I was in. So I have made 2 rainbow scrunchies. Then I was sort of looking for inspiration in my yarn stash in another room, and I found sort of half a ball of this yarn. I thought I'm not going to use it for anything else, so I'd have a go at making a scrunchie. And then there was a knock at the door, and that's when I went down for the yarn, but I'd started making another rainbow scrunchie. So I think I'm going to finish this rainbow scrunchie, and then I'm going to have a look at, and have a think about how I'm going to start this. And I think I'm going to go and start it and make myself something nice. See how it goes. Watch this space. Hi, so just about to log off for the day. I did start the carousel DK yarn and started to create a hexagon cardigan, and this is as far as I have got so far. Not very far, but I'm using the 6mm hook. I have put my first sort of 2 rows of the the yarn that I want to sort of split through it, which will be more visible as it grows. Yes, really productive day today, but that's because I've not been at work at my sort of full-time paid job, which is usually the case, and I'm back at work tomorrow, so that will mean that on the days where I'm sort of working my 10-hour day, I don't really get time to crochet, as I'm sure I've said before, so I tend to crochet first thing in the morning and then when I get home, so it'll be just sort of a little bit of crochet on those days, in major comparison to today. But to summarise, we have completed the teddy snuggler, we've completed the dinosaur snuggler finally, we've completed the bunny snuggler, we completed the mesh market bag from the other day, we've made three rainbow scrunchies, but we gifted one, we gave one away, didn't we? And I've also made one in this fuzzy yarn. So yeah, quite a productive day all in all. And I just want to say thank you for joining along, and I'm going to wrap this vlog up now, and hopefully you'll join me on the next one, where we might finish some more of the hexagon cardigan, but definitely have some more amigurumi projects. I'm thinking I'd like to do a few seated animals. I've done them before with sort of like longer floppy arms, but you'll see those coming. And also, as I've mentioned, Halloween, one of my favourite seasons, we'll get cracking on some autumn / Halloween themed crochet projects. But yeah, watch this space. Thank you for joining me, and click the link below, hit that subscribe button, like my page. It'd really help me. I know I'm just starting out, but every little helps, as they say. And if you would like to have a look at the things that I've got out there already, things that I've created, I have got a crochet page on Facebook at the moment. That's Ella's Crochet Creations, and as I say, I'll pop the link down below if anyone would like to come either on here or on there and show me some love. I'd love to get to talk to some of you, to get to know you, and sort of explore this little corner of the YouTube world. Talk to some of you, to get to know you and sort of explore this little corner of the YouTube world together. Hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.